to your steps to your personal development. Now, in this area, this is now where you start to look at the two stages to your personal development. So the first one is the discipline. These are the actions that you are doing, the necessary things that you're doing in order to be able to get to where you want to. And this can be negative and positive actions, because from a discipline point of view, imagine you've set out your store, you've set out your plan. You want to do, let's say it's saving 10% of your income on a monthly basis. It starts with the small things, because if you can trust yourself to do and save up on the small things, you are setting yourself up to develop and build that habit so that you can carry that on when it comes to the bigger things. So discipline is a major factor in your personal development in order to get to where you need to be. And discipline can be negative and positive as well. You'll find that when you're setting your discipline in the sense of the negative stuff, and you build that up, it doesn't get you nowhere. If you concentrate on the positive disciplines of it could be when you look at all the development areas, whether it's socially, emotionally, economically and physically. For example, it's being going to the gym every day for a couple of hours, or reading or listening to Audible from a personal development point of view. Those are positive things that when you build over time, you get to build up that discipline, which is one key factor towards your personal development. Yeah, So, and the second biggest part is your self-motivation, because there isn't really any other kind of motivation. It's just one self-motivation. So you have to be able to motivate yourself in order that you can change yourself and do the things that you need to do. So, you can't make someone else motivate you. You have to motivate yourself. Now, out of here, when it comes to self-motivation, there's various steps that you can do in order to build up this self-motivation. And one of the first steps, there's about 3 steps in here in self-motivation, is that first you have to find out how things work. This is the area where you start to generate ideas of what you can do. There's a lot of things that you can do to generate ideas in building up what it is that you can do. And one of the key things in order to generate these ideas is finding out how things work by studying. Be a student, not a follower. You can study how things work. Did you know there is books on almost anything and everything that you want to study or you want to be good at. So if you want to be a musician, for example, there's books on how to do music. If you want to be a good public speaker, there's books on public speaking. If you want to, it can be what else do you want to do? Even in relationships, if you want to have a really good relationship with your spouse, there's books on how to build good relationships. So there's books on almost anything, and the key is to self-motivate so you can study, find out how things work. You may not and you will not be able to do everything that you find out that you can do, but at least you can find out everything that you can do. Yeah, it's a shame to be able to, what they say, ignorance is not bliss. You need to be able to find out everything that you can do. You may not be able to do it all, but be able to do what you can do in self-motivation. Okay. Now, moving on. Here I'll just share with you some of the virtues as well when it comes to self-motivation as well. you need to build up curiosity as a child. I think for those of you who've studied various books, including the Bible, it does mention about having this curiosity like a child, because the children are very curious about how things work, and that's how they generate ideas, and they are also full of excitement and faith and trust. If you can have all of these virtues here, that's where you get to build up that understanding and ideas, and reading and learning how actually things work. And also, when it comes to learning and understanding and studying and not being a student, you can learn from your own experiences, things that have happened to you in the past, mistakes that you've made, what you've learned from them, and how you've improved going forward. But you can also learn from other people, learn from other people's mistakes, things that are, and especially the big people who have made it, like the millionaires and the billionaires. They would have this written down in their biographies and any other books that they've written, and it's all out there for all of us to read. Get to read all of that and get to understand how people have gotten to where they are, and so you can motivate yourself, build up that chest of ideas from which you can pick to discipline yourself as you begin to learn and develop yourself to be a lot more valuable in the marketplace. So be curious, be like a child. So those are good virtues to have.